Well, actually, my daughter read the novel in fifth grade, I think it was, and it was one of the first books that she finished, like read from beginning to end and loved it. So I had heard of it, and then it just came, came to me through the regular channels through my reps, and I straight away loved it and loved all the people that were involved, and I felt like it was an important film that had to be made. So I was like, yes, I'm there.
Oh, I was so nervous because I've had no experience in acting before. So I was so nervous, but as soon as I met these people, it all became easy because genuine, they're such genuine people. So yeah.
Well, we it was a long casting process where we looked around the world, and it was really important to us to cast authentically, somebody who had lived with CP. And when we met Phoebe, just right away, it was like she's totally perfect and the right person. But it was an interesting process, I think, for our casting directors to go through because it wasn't just reaching out to agents and managers; it was reaching out to doctors and physical therapy offices and CP organizations and. Yeah, so it was just a great, broad, global search. And we found the perfect person.
Yeah, I mean, Luke signed on because I signed on. No, I'm kidding. No, actually, Luke was cast first. Um, I thought the script was beautiful on the page. I was a fan of Amber's work and of Luke's work. I didn't know that we were going to be launching a film star with this movie. I didn't know Phoebe yet. So for me, it's always the people and the material. And I loved the way the script handled the material. There was nothing saccharine or sentimental about the story. It felt like a real human being's journey with nuance and artistry. That's why I jumped in.
Yeah, same. I mean, I've worked with Amber before, and so I knew what I was getting myself into. I adore working with her, and so when she called and asked me if I was doing anything, I wasn't, and so of course I was game to climb on board. I mean, it really this.
Well, how did you pull off like playing the nice? Remember, he was like, "There's some like horrible parents." Like, how did you pull off playing the nice parent?
Well, you were playing. Were you playing the horrible parent?
No, I'm just.
I mean, these. My sense of parents, good ones, is that they really, they just want to provide their children with the best lives that they can, you know, and no matter and watch them flourish, and that's sort of the just the thrust of the story. I mean, it's very simple, but it's just what you do with that love and how you care and how you advocate for your kid. Yeah, they're exhausted. Yeah, they're up against a lot. You know. Yeah, no, we watched it today. I saw it for the first time today, and really, yeah, proud to be part of it. It's incredible work.
Obviously, this was my first experience, so it was magical because obviously every first time experience is good, but the people, like I said, are so like amazing, and they just made everything so easy, and yeah.
I just want to say one quick thing, which is that I cast him because I had to make up for casting him as Ted Bundy in the movie we worked in before. So I was like, okay, worst human ever, best father ever. So it was like So next I'll be casting you as like an evil, like to sort of flip it back and forth. No, so what was amazing about this production was, we had so many wonderful. Consultants, we call them CP people either with CP or have someone in their family with CP or a CP organization, um, and they were instrumental in so many ways in just helping us not only understand disability, broadly speaking, culturally speaking, historically, but also just about the language surrounding it. And I think somebody who maybe is not familiar with disability or it's new to them, like they're concerned about what language do I use, how do I how do I talk, and so we just had a great group of consultants who were like just so smart and accessible. And I mean, I had families who walked me through their whole homes, their lives. Like, so this is where the wheelchair always hits this corner of the wall, and this is the drawer front that we pulled off because our son in the wheelchair couldn't see into the drawer, and so we pulled the drawer front out. Things like that that we were able to incorporate into the film, as well as Phoebe herself and her parents. So we had. And I also want to go back to the book, Sharon Draper's book, Sharon M. Draper. She was a source of just amazing inspiration and information. And I don't know, did I sort of answer your question? I feel like, I've made 6 films, and I've never before felt like I made a film that I think everybody should see because it's important culturally. And this is the first that I made where I'm like, this is an important, like, it will change lives. And I remember in the audition process, we had kids who were just like, thank you for making this film about kids like me, and this is going to change my life. And that was a really amazing just thing to be a part of. But I feel like, the conversation around disability and mental health and neurodiversity is getting better and better, right? We're still not all the way there, but I think that one of the wonderful things that I see happening, that I've seen a big change in the last 10 years, is just the destigmatization of any sort of diagnosis, right? Any sort of disability or neurodiversity. And I see people now really embracing their differences. And so I think, I hope that this movie goes in some way, contributes to that, the conversation around accessibility. And I love this quote. I should really look up the organization that came up with this quote, but it's just, you guys hopefully can find it. It's there's no diversity, equity, and inclusion without disability. And I saw that on a billboard in New York when we were doing posts, and I was like, that is exactly, and so I feel like this movie is a part of that conversation of like, okay, we can't really have actual, equality if we're not including really truly everybody.
I hope this. I hope kids with disabilities can take away from this film that they're not alone, that they've got people they can talk to, and I just want people to understand that people with disabilities aren't just objects, they're people with emotions and feelings, and they shouldn't get pushed aside.
Yep, it's coming out in the fall on Disney Plus. Yeah.